Yo, what's up guys? My name is Sab and today we're going to be talking the quick guide on how to play Holy Priest in the raid and also some extra things like talent builds, gear set, and all the things you need to do to survive in Phase 8 of Season of Discovery World of Warcraft. Let's get right into it. Holy Priest relies on spirit to have high healing, right? So the higher your spirit, the higher the healing, because when you talent it out, you're actually going to be running spiritual healing, which gives you a 10% increased healing. And then you also have spiritual guidance, which increases spell damage and healing by up to 25% of your total spirit. So the higher your spirit, the higher the healing. For the main talent build, we're actually going to be running 30 in Holy and 21 in Discipline. The biggest thing is you want to be running Improved Renew, which gives you 15% additional healing on top of your original. On top of that, you have Empowered Renew, which will heal the target for that much and also give you a 15% increase bonus each time the heal hits, basically. And then also, if another priest has Renew on that target, you can also put Renew on that target, so you can double dip, kind of. For the main talents, we're going to be running Divine Aegis, Strength of the Soul, Improved, Empowered Renew, Paramending, Pain Suppression, Powered Barrier, Circle of Healing, your Meditation Specialization, which gives you mana back. You're going to be earning your Healing Specialization, which gives you increased healing by 26%. That's what 26, sorry. And then Soul Warding. Soul Warding decreases the cost of mana for your Power Word Shield, and it also gives you 10% increased healing power. The main three abilities that I use when I'm healing is very simple. You use Renew, Circle of Healing, and Prayer Mending. Those are the three. Everyone makes it seem like it's such a more complicated thing. It's not. You add in Powered Shield. Powered Shield's on the tanks, people that take a lot of damage, melee. It makes your life so much easier. With the tier 2.5 buff that you actually get 7 charges on your Prayer of Mending, which means it about 7 times before it expires. And also with the 4 set bonus, you get 100% healing from your Circle of Healing on your lowest health target in that group, which is insane for tank healing. Tank healing groups, you get extra healing on the tank that's taking a lot more damage. This is just a breakdown of the Calderon fight that we had a couple weeks ago, and you can see Prayer Mending, Renew, Circle of Healing, and Divine Aegis. That's all I use for healing. Everyone will tell you, oh, use Binding Heal, oh, use Flash Heal, oh, it's so good. In raid healing, you're going to want group heals because 90% of the time, that whole group is taking damage, especially during Calderon phase 1.5 where Ashbringer comes out and there's a lot of damage coming in, or Lillian Voss where she has the fire phase, which causes a lot of damage to the whole raid. You're going to want to have a lot of focus on those big heals instead of those single target heals, especially when it's group-wide damage. For healing potions, the biggest ones I use is Elixir of Fortitude. I use Mage Blood Potion, which gives you 12 mana back for 5 seconds. Ironside, which increases your armor by 450 on top of Inner Fire, which also gives you another amount of armor, which is about 1300, sorry. And then each melee would decrease that until 20 charges are used. And the another one is Elixir of Alacrity, which increases your player's running speed by 15%. Those are the only 3 pots I ever use for runs. They're really easy to use. Pretty expensive, but very much so useful when it comes to raiding. Another thing, too, is Dark Runes. Dark Runes are very, very nice to have. They restore up to 1,500 mana for the cost of, life. So if you have 1,000 health points, you lose that to gain 1,500 mana, which is super good as a healer because we can lose health, but the mana is more important to us. The last thing I'll talk on is Enchanted Repellents. Enchanted Repellents are super, super nice. They increase your spell damage by up to 450 and increase your crit chance by 1, which is super, super. So this is just a little breakdown of one of the fights we had during the raid. I'm just going to get into it real quick.
I'll do it. Okay.
Volume down. So basically, what we want to talk about is positioning, right? So for Priest, it doesn't really matter where you're standing. You can heal basically anywhere you're at. You can be facing away, especially during Calderon's fight. You can be facing away so you don't get blinded the entire time. Super, super useful. especially with those group heals when it comes to prayer of mending, prayer of healing, circle of healing, and also power word shield. So we're just gonna be moving away, dodging those, dodging the fire on the ground. This is that big damage I'm talking about. There's a lot of big damage coming in here, and that's where circle of healing, prayer of mending are super useful. Is when there's a lot of damage going out between these big groups right here. Yep, there's the bombs, dodge bombs. The biggest thing for this fight too is that there's a lot of the whelplings. The whelplings explode, causing raid-wide damage. Another reason why group healing is super good for this raid. This is my little Bongo Cat right here. If you don't have Bongo Cat, download Bongo Cat. It's on Steam for free. Another reason I use Barrier is that because Barrier, it gives a 25% decrease damage for 10 seconds. So a lot of times when that big raid-wide damage comes out, me or the other priest is able to drop a barrier for the raid to decrease that big damage coming in. For gear, as of right now, I mainly have 4-piece tier 2.5. I have 2 set of the tier 3, and then eventually I'll have 2 set of the tier 3.5, which will give me a powered barrier, 30% decrease on cooldown, which would be super nice. This weapon right here, the Condemnation, is such a cool weapon to use. If you drop a rank 1 Shadow Word Pain on the target, it actually can heal the tank for up to 3.5k, which is, it seems like a little bit, but when it comes to it, that's a lot of tank healing that you don't have to do, and it's all free. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below and let me know what kind of class you play for Scarlet Enclave and how far you guys are along. I'm 8 of 8 Scarlet Enclave. It's really a fun raid. I've had a lot of fun raiding it with Judgment. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Peace.